everyone, Ramadan Kareem, and welcome to another episode of Real Estate Real Talk, where we give you the real tea on DXB Realty. This is Duha Al-Isaid, your host, and our guest today is the Senior Consultant of Prestige One Developments. This is going to be a very nice episode. Hello, Saif.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for the talk. Welcome and Ramadan Kareem to everyone, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. So, Prestige One, Saif, has developments in, I know, Dubai Islands. Where else?
We have different locations, some prime, some towards the middle of the city. We have in JVC. Dubai Sports City was an area we tackled quite well, Maidan. Currently as well actively Dubai Islands. We also have a commercial tower in Barsha Heights in Tecom, something we're very excited about.
Oh, wow.
And,
is that currently launched?
It is, yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Very rare you see commercial in the market.
Fully commercial building, interesting.
Yes. We managed to actually sell out 90% of the tower
in
just 1 month.
I'm sure this is a pretty good investment.
100%.
Commercial in Tecom.
100%.
Come on.
It's a beautiful tower.
It is, I'm sure it is. So, what trends do you follow? On what basis do you pick, the area that you want to build in?
So the way we always like to look about it, first of all, just one thing about us in specific is that our owner, Mr. Ajman Saifi, he's actually he's considered the second biggest private investor in the market. So his portfolio is very diverse, 7,000 apartments and villas scattered different locations. So Mr. Ajman, I like to say he's the brains of the operation. He knows which kind of locations will tick because he has a vast portfolio. We always carefully study every location before we go in. One example I like to use is Sports City. Sports City at the time was kind of regarded as a bit of an abandoned place. We launched there first, or just recently, and then the market kind of followed us after that. So our thought process, it's very detailed in terms of these locations.
I remember the Sports City project, I believe we sold in Sports City, right?
Yes.
That's true, and it was way before Sports City started trending, correct? Yeah. So, speaking about trends, where do you think Dubai is headed at right now?
Dubai is an ever-changing market, I think. Every day we kind of see new locations pop up, very hidden locations, and then they start off hidden, they start growing up as we go through places like Dubai Maritime City, for example. Nobody really expected the kind of boom that happened there.
Correct, yeah.
Dubai Islands, the same thing happening now. So Dubai is an ever-shifting market, right? Places like Dubai South, middle of the desert, Jebel Ali, there's a lot of demand for them.
You believe in Dubai South?
100%.
You do?
We don't have a project there personally now, but it's something that we might target in the future. I think the land mass in Dubai is very limited now. The majority of the land we have left is all towards the Jebel Ali side. So not all Dubai, I would say, but kind of like where we're staying in now, plots are getting developed, is very less place for housing. So the big expansion is happening there.
Correct, and Dubai is really expanding inland.
Yes.
I believe, or I'm sure there's scarcity in waterfront specifically.
100%.
Right, shoreline. When Dubai started, it was, Marina, JBR, Palm.
Yes.
So, speaking about DMC and Dubai Islands, do you believe these are the last waterfront communities in Dubai?
100%. One thing that many people don't know actually, Duha, is that the Jumeirah row where majority of the beachfront properties are, there's two big problems. The first one is that 80% of this row is completely leasehold.
Leasehold, correct, yeah.
Places like Safor and these
it's
locations.
Non-freehold.
Yes, non-freehold.
For GCC,
exactly. The second biggest problem is that plots are running thin.
There isn't any.
Yes. Palm is built on, Blue Watch is built on, Emmar Beachfront all built on. The plots even there are very limited. So your only proper, I think, locations where beachfront is left is either Palm Jebel Ali or Dubai Islands and Maritime City.
Opposite sides.
Exactly.
Which one do you think is a bigger player? Because this is south and this is north. And there's a lot of talks about if Dubai is expanding to the south, why are there projects in so close to Old Dubai?
Correct. I think it's kind of a different perspective or a different prospect. Palm Jebel Ali, it's very high ticket. I think they're starting at least 15 million dirhams there.
You get a plot for like 20 M now,
yes.
6,000 square foot.
Yes, it's very expensive. But at the same time, one big, not problem, but I think the vision behind that is many years into the future.
Yeah, it's long
Exactly.
term.
We need
Yeah.
a lot of time before Jebel
صح.
Ali starts to grow up and everything. But Dubai Islands, this is a fast-paced market. Dubai Islands, maritime city. A lot of people have a very negative connotation on Old Dubai, but me personally, I'm one of the people who loves Mardif, Deira, these kind of locations. I think this is classic Dubai. It screams classic
It is.
Dubai.
It's old Dubai. It's where the money is.
Exactly. And the plots there are very limited. We don't have plots in Deira and Mardif left.
No.
The only thing we have left is Dubai Island.
صح. So the last waterfront plots are basically Jebel Ali, DMC, Dubai Island,
Correct. 100%.
right? And I think this is the type of thing, Saif, that you can't even like play around. It's right there. The land mass is in front of you. This
Yes.
is the shoreline. Where else is it going to be built?
Of course. And that's why kind of Dubai Islands came into play as well. You know, obviously, everyone knows it's like an old cancelled project. A lot of issues came during times of the crisis in 2008, 2009. And it was kind of abandoned for a very long time.
It was supposed to be Palm Dira.
Exactly, yes. 5 times bigger than Palm Jumeirah,
Yes,
what Palm
yes.
Jumeirah is today. But because this kind of lack of beachfront started coming in recent years, Dubai Islands kind of was brought back to life. It's so much wasted landmass. Why wasted?
It is true.
Nakhil came back. They brought life back into the location. I think a big kind of factor that helped as well was Nakhil going under Dubai Holdings. So now that it's all government development, government funds invested, this
yeah, it's
helped
backed.
bring it back. Exactly.
That's actually very reassuring to know. Even as a client,
Of course.
I would love to hear that the government backs this up. So Dubai Island being beachfront and the last beachfront in Dubai, you would expect the prices to be high.
Of course.
So talk to me about that.
People have a misconnotation. They think the prices are actually very high, but
exactly.
in actuality, it's very, very, very affordable compared to some of the other beachfront communities that we have. Palm Jumeirah, MR beachfront, you're seeing 3,000 to 5,000 dirhams per square foot. When we first launched our first project in Dubai Islands, we were selling 1,700 dirhams per square foot. Some things in JVC are reaching this price per square foot now.
That's true.
So
That's literally inland prices,
Exactly.
mainland prices. Wow.
Exactly.
So the entry point is what, 2,000 dirhams per square foot?
Nowadays, yes, we've gone up from roughly 2,000, 2,200.
2,200 dirhams per square foot. Compared to Blue Waters, that's like less than half.
Yes, correct.
And it offers the same lifestyle.
Yes, 100%.
This is a
And
great opportunity.
In my opinion, even better lifestyle. In terms of what you have there, there's 38,000 plus homes coming in, 9 marinas scattered all across, 2 international style golf courses. But I think the biggest factor of Dubai Islands is that this is going to be the first ever American style community here in Dubai.
What do you mean by American style community?
Let me ask you a question before I answer that. Have you sold to an American client before?
Canadians.
Canadian.
Yeah.
But full scale American? Probably
Full
not.
scale Americans, no. I didn't.
American clients have a very bad connotation on Dubai and the Middle East.
Really?
They
don't like it?
Not that they don't like it, but when they look Dubai even, they think, okay, Iraq, these kind of countries with
they link
situations
us with the whole region.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So American investment is very, very limited here in the Emirates.
True.
So in an effort to kind of bring American investment into the country, Dubai Islands was brought into play. So it's very green. They have these 2 international golf courses, this big beachfront, very similar to kind of what you see in Miami. We heard also from insider information that the golf courses are going to be branded by a big American golf player at the same time also.
Okay.
So the goal is to drive American investment coming into the market.
That's the business module for Dubai Islands?
Exactly.
Interesting.
And when this happens, the economy is going to start going up. At the end of the day, the dirham is tied to the dollar. But imagine more Americans coming here, investing more money into Dubai itself. The economy is bound for a big increase. And
I also heard that an American company, I don't know how true that is, an American company acquired 2 of the lands, because there's 5 lands in Dubai Islands, right?
Yes.
2 of the lands for only resorts.
Correct, 100%.
Is that true?
It's what we heard as well, the same thing. So they're going to be turning these 2 islands into this big American resort style thing. There's also a big American country club coming in, so there's going to be horse riding.
So it's literally
tennis.
targeting American investment.
Exactly.
So is Island A the only residential?
As for now, yes. For private developers, yes.
Mhm.
Island B is going to be also kind of a mix of residential, but we think it's mostly for Nakhil's projects.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
CDE?
CDE will not be residential actually. It's strictly hotels, resorts, the golf courses. There's also the super ultra luxury island that they're going to
Yeah,
plan
the
as well.
exclusive mansions,
Yes.
E.
Yes.
I saw that. It's
Mhm.
so hot.
It's going to be something
You can't
crazy.
even reach it with a car. You have to actually
Exactly.
take a yacht. That's very interesting. So if Island A is the only residential community and maybe B for Nakhil only, that's very limited supply.
Of course. 100%. I mentioned earlier 38,000 plus homes,
Mhm.
which seems like a big number, but in all actuality, it's not that big at all.
38,000 is
It's
so,
not
yeah,
big.
it's very less.
JVC, we have 200,000 plus. Imagine. So this is something very limited,
Honestly, I don't understand why people are still investing in JVC.
of course. It's,
I'm exiting all my clients, and then when I hear developers launching, I'm like, what are you doing?
It's crazy.
Guys, don't invest in JVC right now. It's not the time to invest in JVC. That time has passed. Just because it's the best performer right now doesn't mean that when you buy off plan and you get your unit in 2 years, it will be good. Just side note, okay? Just saying.
Prices are high.
We're literally talking about prices the same as Dubai Islands.
Yes, literally.
You know, I think this is the type of opportunity that really just, it's self-explanatory,
Of
you
course.
know? And I never feel so confident to really talk about an area or a project so much because there's always like, you know, speculation. At the end
Of
of the day, we're speculating. Nothing is guaranteed, and we have to be honest about that.
100%.
But when it comes to Dubai Islands, it's almost 100%.
Of course. It's a no-brainer investment, literally. There are people that always come up to me, Maritime City, to buy islands. I'm like, go for it. Literally, you will not get better opportunity to invest by the beach in today's market.
At this price
Of
point.
course. Even Marjan Island, for example, Ras Al Khaimah,
Mm.
the prices that you see in Marjan Island have reached the Palm Jumeirah price. Why spend money in Ras Al Khaimah? Okay, Ras Al Khaimah is great, the casino is coming up and everything, but why spend the prices I'm paying for in Iraq when I can spend nearly half the amount in Dubai?
And I can distribute that and diversify my exposure and get 4 or 5 units
Exactly.
in Dubai Islands
100%.
instead of one somewhere expensive, and they're both beachfront.
100%.
So Island A, what makes it a phenomenal investment? Because there's certain indicators in Dubai that
Yes.
guarantee that you're going to make money, right?
Yes, correct.
So what makes Island A?
Island A, I think the overall attraction when it comes compared to the other islands, obviously you have the mall coming up in the center,
Yeah.
Dubai Island Mall. We heard it's going to be nearly double the size of Nakhil Mall in Palm.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice.
You have
I saw the infrastructure. It's
Yes.
ready.
the infrastructure is already ready.
Yeah,
Actually, all
but
this
compared to not only the other islands,
Yes.
compared to even Palm Jumeirah and Palm Jebel Ali, what makes this specifically a go-to?
I think this is Dubai Islands is here to solve the mistakes that all these other beachfront communities committed. For example, Palm Jumeirah only has one entrance exit. It takes you 30 minutes to reach from the entrance of Palm Jumeirah to
hate it.
Atlantis. It's
I
a nightmare.
hate it. It's so bad. If you just to go somewhere, you have to literally. It's like, where's your ear?
Of course, yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
I love going to West Beach on the weekends, but getting there actually is a
it's
nightmare.
stressful. Yeah, true.
But
So that was addressed.
of course. So they're addressing that. There's 3 new entrances and exits coming from Dubai Islands. One connected even to Mina Rashid directly to fix the problems. You have the big mall, which is bigger than Nakhil Mall. The overall infrastructure, the plot permissions, maximum all plots there are approximately G+12, G+13, nothing above that. So this kind of keeps all the buildings in one low-rise state, nothing mid-rise and high-rise. And
Supply is very
There's-
controlled. I
Exactly.
like that very much. That
Exactly.
makes, and the fact that they're building 3 entrances and exits,
yes,
that completely addresses Palm Jumeirah's problem.
exactly.
You know, that's Nakhil style though.
Yes,
Look at JVC and JVT. Like
Yes.
it's trial and error.
of course,
Every time they do a community,
of course.
the next one they do
It's
it
much
better.
better.
Yeah. So
JBT is so much better
it's
compared
amazing.
to JVC.
It's like
Beautiful,
an elegant version
Yes.
of JVC.
100%.
So Dubai Island being the last island by Nakhil, that means it's the best one.
Of course.
Simple as that.
In terms of kind of the location there, one big thing that is really helping Dubai Islands itself is Dera. So a lot of people, they have this, again, negative connotation on Dera or
No,
Dubai.
that is where the money is.
Exactly,
Old
like you said.
money.
I think all of Dubai's money is in Dera.
Correct. Correct. My first deal ever,
Yes.
my client called me to his office. I went there. It was in Dera.
Yeah,
Massive, full floor.
of course.
It was, and the guy is a
Of
multi-millionaire.
course. They don't look like it either,
No, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But they are actually, these are the backbone of the economy of the market in terms of the spice traders, even the carpet trader is making more money than me. Right?
True. And then there's the port.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
port also has opened up a lot of kind of stuff for business. There's a lot of these traders coming back and forth from different countries. They're
True.
looking for these things. But Dubai Islands, they're kind of limited on where to stay in Dera. They come to Dubai
Sah.
from abroad. They look at hotels in the surrounding area. There's nothing.
There's
You go to
nothing.
Dubai Islands, there's 2 hotels already open, but they're occupied 99% of the
Fully
time.
booked. I always check. Fully booked.
Exactly.
That's very, very, very. That's a very strong point because it's a huge market gap.
100%.
And there's already demand. It's not like we're gonna give supply and then create demand, which is
Of
what happens in other communities. Like for example, JVC, Dubai Land. Dubai Land is a great opportunity, but the risk factor is always that we are offering supply first.
Exactly.
And then making demand, bringing demand through Dubai's plan, 2040, influx of high net worth individuals.
Exactly.
But in this case, there's demand already.
Exactly.
And then we're
No
giving
supply.
supply. Exactly. I think that's what makes it great.
Yes.
And it's true, they don't have anywhere to stay.
Of course. So this kind of opens up the opportunity for holiday homes, Airbnbs, all these different things. They open up in the community. Then you get the traders coming in, and they start to pump in more money into Dubai Islands. The
Sah.
prices start to go up. Funny story. I had an agent actually. He came up to me one day. He was kind of relatively, I would say, new to the market, but he took an interest in Dubai Islands. He took an interest in our project in specific. He went to Dera. He went to the market, the gold market. He asked around. He had a few friends that worked there. He asked a few of them. He got one connection. This guy, he saw what was happening. His client, he saw what was happening in Dubai Islands. He saw all the work. He asked him curiously what's going on there, any opportunities there. And the same agent, he brought the client to Prestige. The guy bought a 2-bedroom at the time. 1 week later, the same guy who bought the 2-bedroom, he went to all his friends, also all owners of different shops in the location. They brought together around a group of 8. They all came in and they all bought apartments for themselves in Prestige One. Yes.
That's amazing. That's
Just like that.
amazing. But I get why. This is where people should put their money right now.
100%.
I just, I hope people actually understand that. So Prestige One, what do you have in Dubai Islands and what makes it special or different?
Of course. So actively, we already had one project, Seaside. We managed to sell that out quite quickly in just 1 month's time. Actively now, we have 2 projects coming up there, something we're very excited to kind of show into the market. They're going to be directly on one of the marinas and yachts. So your views are going to be, towards the yachts, the
So you're
boats.
getting shoreline?
Kind of, yeah. A canal front, I would say, yeah.
Yeah. Not many developers got those plots.
Of course.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's very difficult. We managed to secure one, actually 2.
Nice.
We're going to be launching 2 twin towers, Coastal Haven and Canal.
Coastal Haven and Canal.
Yes. They're 2 twin towers, 12 stories each, super beautiful buildings.
When is the launch?
We actually launched one yesterday.
You did?
Yes.
What are the prices?
In terms of the ticket price, we were selling at 2,300 per square foot. 1-bedrooms were starting at roughly 1.9 million. Quite big, spacious, 820 square foot.
Furnished?
Semi-furnished.
Semi.
And we sold out the whole tower in 2 weeks.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
But not to worry, we have the second one coming up very, very soon.
Nice.
This one is going to be at least in 2-3 weeks. We will start launch. Pre-launch, we're going to be starting next week approximately. Very excited for this tower also.
I am too. I'm going to come take a look at it.
Of course. You're more
We've
than
been
welcome.
working with other developers inside the area, but this sounds very interesting. So why Prestige One? You've been in Prestige for a pretty long time. Like you actually, so remember you did you gave me a presentation about Dubai Island last Ramadan exactly.
Yes.
You remember
I remember.
that? So
It's
why
been a long time.
you've been pretty loyal to the company you're at, which is rare in Dubai.
Yes.
Which means you believe in it.
Of
So why do you?
I've worked with other developers, big name developers as
Mhm.
well before, and they also had different visions and everything, things I didn't really agree with. But when I came to Prestige One and I saw the vision, I met the owner, Mr. Ejman, I saw what he had in store for the market.
Mhm.
I fell in love immediately.
Mhm.
I think maybe the second oldest person in the company.
Wow. Wow. They should give you shares at this point.
From the
Wow.
developer side, not from the broker side.
Yeah, you have a brokerage too.
Yes, we do.
Right. Yeah.
Um, the overall kind of way we do things,
Mhm.
I think it's very similar to a lot of other people, but we fix all the mistakes that all these other developers do when it comes to quality, when it comes to pricing, when it comes to flexibility in general.
Quality. I'll stop you there.
Yes.
How is your quality better?
We are a boutique developer. We
Mhm.
focus on all the little things, all the niche little things in every apartment, whereas everyone is selling quality,
Mhm.
but at the end of the day, come the apartment, you see the apartment, it's just boring white walls and plain grey tiles, nothing special.
Your designs are nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do things different. We include the fitting, which is very important. Not a lot of developers do this. Fittings in the lights, the wallpapers, the fixtures. This kind of helps us stand out from
It
the
does.
rest also.
It
Yes.
does. So, who's your contractor?
We signed with multiple contractors. One big popular one that we had was Saleh bin Nahij or Saleh Construction.
No way.
Yes.
I love them.
They're one of the best.
Oh, their buildings in Barsha are the best
Of course.
buildings.
Uh,
They're one of the oldest contractors in the
yes,
country.
They've been here since the
No
70s.
way you work with SBL.
SBL?
They're SBL, right?
Yeah.
They're called SBL.
Yeah. We worked with them for Vista. We worked with them again for some subcontracting for other projects. They're doing a fantastic
They
job.
are. I'm actually a big fan of them. I didn't know you worked with them. That actually means your quality is pretty decent.
Of course.
Yeah.
In just 2 months' time, they took around 40% construction. They turned it into 70% construction.
Wow.
So
Is your payment linked to construction? Your payment plans?
no, but on a case-by-case basis, we can
okay.
arrange
Depends
something.
on the
like
project.
Yes.
Mm.
So we're very excited to see what
I
they're going to
am. You got me very excited actually, Saif, for seeing your project.
So we also recently signed with another very big architectural company.
Mm-hmm.
They're called Kieferle and Partner, KMP, long name. But they're the biggest German architectural company in the Middle East. They've done designs for the Saudi government. They've done designs for the UAE government. A lot of big developers here. So we're very happy to have them
That's
on board
amazing.
too. Yes.
Yeah, no, I think Prestige is actually really marking their territory at this point. Yeah. So how old is the company?
So as a company, we've been here since 2007 from real estate side and holding company. As a developer, we've been around for around 2 years. We've done fantastic. We launched 10 projects in just 1 year and a half. Some of your favorite developers, maybe they're launching 1, 2 per year max.
That's true. That's, yeah. So deep pockets.
Yes, 100%. And our goal is to launch 25 projects by the end of this year. So we have a lot in store.
So, Saif, if you remember around 2 years ago when we were closing the deal in Sports City, our client was very specific about where the payment goes and all of that. Do you want to address that, or could you please address that to the audience? How safe and how secure their payments are when they're buying an off-plan property in Dubai? What are the chances of them losing their money, for example?
So back a few years ago, I think the main kind of economy here in Dubai was petrol and oil and gas.
Correct.
Now it's real estate.
Real estate, yeah.
So the government has spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort to make so many things to help keep this not only kind of safe for the investors, but to keep it as the main boost for the economy.
So it has to be secure if it's
course.
going to be the main boost.
Things like the Dubai Land Department were implemented, all the rules and regulations. It's actually very hard on us as developers.
It is. You don't get your money, right?
We don't get anything.
Until you hand over the building.
So all the payments being made for developers nowadays, all going to the escrow account. Of course, government monitored account.
At what point,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt
No
you,
worries.
at what point do you have access to these funds as a developer?
So as a developer, we don't have any access until we reach approximately 80-90% construction. That's when we can begin taking out the money. And even then as well, to top onto that, developers are legally required to pay at least 20 to 30% of the construction cost
As a deposit.
as a deposit
Yeah.
in the escrow. We always pay 100%.
You
because
guys,
we believe in
deep pockets.
deep pockets.
I see it. I see it. So you're saying, just to make this clear to the audience, that when you want to build a project, you put 30% of the capital as a deposit with DLD, and on top of that, every payment that a client makes is put into escrow account,
Yes,
and you don't have access to it until the building is 80% complete.
correct. Yes.
Nothing is safer than this.
Mm.
But just to make sure that the account is actually escrow,
Mhm.
just a tip, it needs to be, the bank account name needs to be under the name of the building, the specific building that you're buying, and not the developer itself, so not the corporate account. That's how you know whether it's escrow or not.
All the escrow accounts always have escrow in them, the
Correct.
word escrow, and you can always
Correct.
check on DXB rest, which is
Mm.
a handy tip, DXB
Whether
rest.
the escrow is released or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Either ways, you're safe. Even if you, like, for example, I just purchased a commercial unit in JVT.
yes,
And it was, when I paid the deposit for corporate just until they launch.
yes,
And then escrow took a very long time to
Of course.
be released. And I didn't want to wait all that time. I wanted to, because money flies, I wanted to put it somewhere. And then I took my money back. Simple.
Of course.
I sent an email. I was like, escrow is not there yet. According to DLD law, I need my money back. One day, 24 hours.
all
I had it back in my account.
developers are legally not allowed to launch a project without an escrow.
Exactly, exactly.
At the same time, even let's say there is a project without an escrow, developers taking money, land department actually questions the developer.
Mm.
So you, for example, you did it, Duha, you bought apartment 1108, but you paid all 20% in the corporate account, right? There's still like, let's say the 4% DLD charge, or sorry, let's say the whole amount has been paid into the corporate account, right? The DLD will check for your unit in specific, where is the 20% for 1108?
Really?
Why is it not in the escrow yet?
Wow, they're really strict with you.
Of course, and they ask us questions. If we don't pay it into the escrow, we start getting attacked. We get problems and fines.
Yeah, no, that's very reassuring.
Of course.
That's very reassuring. So we have a surprise segment in all of our upcoming podcasts, which is rapid questions, hot wings segments. Are you ready for this?
These wings look painful.
They look so painful. Guys, you guys are, what is this? Is this revenge? Is this because I'm making you work overtime? They look scary. Look at this. Oh my God. Okay. Please go easy on us.
First question, worst developer in your point of view?
I'm not going to jail.
I work at a developer, so I don't think I should be saying.
You have to eat the whole thing? Right?
Pretty good.
Second question, sharkiest move you've done in the market?
Sharkiest move. In terms of how?
Working with other agents, working with clients.
Sharking a deal, flipping the table.
There was one story where there was a client, he came through, he wasn't very happy with his agent, and I was completely okay with the client. I completely agreed with him, the agent was doing a terrible job, and very rude and very arrogant, and the client, he sent an official email.
You sharked him? No
But he said
way.
he didn't want to deal with the agent anymore.
But it was him. He said it. Yeah,
He said it.
exactly. That's the sharkiest move you've done.
I think so.
That's actually so nice. I feel ashamed right now.
What was the other agent in your team?
Yeah.
So I met a client through calling, and the day I met him, he had put an EOI on a unit the day before. I made him take his EOI back and take another unit
Oh my god.
in the same building. I convinced him it was better, but it was. It was better.
I mean, a little.
It was actually better. I got him a better price because I had good connections. I got him a better price. I got him like 3% discount.
Yeah.
But I canceled the other agent's deal, who I don't know. I'm sorry, Mr. X.
What was the first ever launch in Dubai?
First ever? Palms? 2000? No, never. Mustahil.
I don't know.
First ever? Oh my god.
No, interesting.
What is the exact percentage of expats in Dubai?
70%?
You're going wild. You're going wild. 75? Close, right?
Close.
More? 80?
Much more.
90?
God.
Over 85%.
Over 85%. Wow, that's
Wait,
crazy.
what have you?
Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.
It's not gonna be a good day tomorrow.
Don't forget to subscribe, join the ride, Real Estate Real Talk, your guide worldwide.